Hello, lovely people, it's here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Paper Mario. In the previous episode... Wait, that's just rude. We're literally 1 HP away from being maxed out. Can I just heal that just a little bit more? Yeah, whatever. In the previous episode, we began exploring the final part of Chapter 5. And in today's video, we will hopefully be able to finish it off once and for all. So, now we're going over this way. I believe we already went into that pipe with Dottie in the previous episode, so yay, I don't have to do that. Okay, whatever. I was going to try and be on a Saturday epic, but I don't want to take too much damage in this area, so we might as well do this the smart way. Stupid game, making me have to think about things. Alright, so as we discovered in the previous episode, we now have a Pikmin Sprout! Yay! We're just playing a Pikmin game again! So, I'd like to take this opportunity to show off what everybody looks like with the Sprout. So, there's Mario, there's Peach, and my personal favorite, there's Bowser. The Sprout's on his nose. This is great. Oh, that's amazing. Speaking of Pikmin, there's one Pikmin thing that I really hope they do someday, but I'll talk about that a little bit later because we have a lot of dialogue to go through in this area. King Croacus the First, reign 1 through 496. The first king of the Flora Kingdom, Croacus I is known as the greatest of kings. He reunited the Flora Sapiens under the single cause, creating the Flora Kingdom. He made a capital here and established a calendar, begun at the kingdom's birth. Heavily armored, he bore deadly thorns and came to be called the Iron Rose. The king's infrastructure and early roads were built by Croacus I's design. But when his successor, the prince, wilted unexpectedly, so did Croacus I's spirit. The Flora year 444 marked the start of his reign of fear, the Darkening. Eventually, Croacus I and his foul reign were overthrown in the sappy coup d'etat. The king was struck down, marking the official end of the Darkening. His wilting words were said to be, "The Iron Rose shan't wither," but wither he did. Queen Croacus II, reign of 496 through 1298. Croacus II was the daughter of the great ruler King Croacus I. Croacus II was imprisoned for being critical of the former king's policies, but when he was overthrown by the people, Croacus II was freed and given the throne. Her efforts to reduce taxes and study diseases made Croacus II very popular. Eventually, her influence helped erase the scars the Darkening had left. She also compiled a Flora Sapiens prehistory called the Flixionarian. The book was to be her legacy, a historic mark on her benevolent influence. Croacus II feared the fight for the throne that might ensue if she bore many heirs. She had but one heir, late in her life. This earned her the name the White Maiden. King Croacus III, who reigned 1298 through 1385. Croacus III was just 1 when his mother wilted. He became the youngest king ever. The young king had a great predilection and talent for poetry and art. I probably butchered that word. His talent was evident in works like Ice Rose, a book of poems from his 37th year. But he was also afflicted by a terrible disease from the time he was born. Without ever impacting the affairs of his kingdom, he wilted at age 88. The cause of his wilting was never made public. Many suspected a conspiracy. This was never confirmed. King Croacus IV, reign 1385 to present. Formerly a regnant of King Croacus III, he ruled in place of the frail child king. After Croacus III's wilting, his service was recognized and he was made king. His stabilization influence and political savvy made him popular and well known. His recent achievements include: in Flora year 1625, he invented a method for mind-controlling Kragnons. In Flora year 1626, he spearheaded an initiative to enslave Kragnons en masse. This is a Mario game! And it's talking about political assassinations and corruption within governments and things like that. This is what Paper Mario used to be. This is why people love the stories of these games. Just so much detail within these worlds. And as much as I like Origami King, just why can't the modern Paper Mario games be more like this? Alright, so we kind of glossed over the fact that we could blow up all those platforms and things like that, but you probably saw the cracks in the floor anyway. So what we want to do is, first of all, is it possible, can Tippi down that? Yes, it did. It's a fancy picture of a Flora Sapien. They're king, perhaps. It looks so strong. It's a real painting. The floor under the painting is cracked as well. I didn't mean to do that. We'll check the other painting in a moment, but first, let's head down here. And what you want to do is you want to have the switches match the color of the painting. So we can take care of that, and we unfortunately destroyed that Flora Sapien, that Krakenon. I feel sorry. Hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. So that's over here now. Is Boomer going to be enough to blow this up? No, it's not. Okay. I like using Bowser right here. Just make sure you barely tap the button. Come on, we can do this. Barely tap it. Okay, that's not going to work. It usually works, but I guess it's not going to right now. Is Cudge going to work? Yeah. Alrighty then. Let's head down here. I don't believe this one needs to be switched off. Yep, okay. So, this one's already blue, so we should be okay. It's kind of a flimsy security system when you think about it, so... King Croacus, your security is failing. Alright, save block right there if you need it, but I don't need no sticking save block. I'm a manly person, and manly people don't save their games. Which is why Rossetti always yells at me. Alright, so, like I said a moment ago, let's use Tattle on... Your name is Tippi, you're not Tattle. This is not Majora's Mask. I always mix those up. Strong, powerful, threatening, and very passionate. This picture is newer than the others. This Flora Sapien is younger than the others, more delicate, maybe even weak. That's a Flora Sapien girl, but Flora Sapien standards, she's lovely. Alright, so without further ado, let's go inside the door. Where are my pretties? Pretties, beautiful things. Ooh, bring them to me. More, more, more! Ooh, what is this hideous clashing thing? Are you King Croacus? Well, so you must be the intruders I've heard so much about. Well, I will not forgive the great trashing of my beautiful kingdom. No will! Thus, you are warned. King Croacus, you must release the Krakenons you've enslaved. Never! Their sturdy bodies make them such fine workers, exquisite. I need them to dig up more gems so I can build a bejeweled palace. How positively horrid. Release them this instant. Trash is garbage, no matter how you dress it. This world is made for beauty. And if you need some proof, then have a look at this. It's the pure heart. I can hear it in your voice. You want it so badly. You can barely think. Seems always seek beauty, so how dare you take a high horse over me? Don't compare us to you. We're nothing like you. Your blabber hurts my ears, and your smell is wilting me. I can't stand you no longer. I really stoop to such things, but I'll destroy you myself. Consider it an honor. Ooh, here I come. Alright, it is boss time. That's King Croacus. He leads the Flora Sapiens and loves beautiful things. Maximum HP is 50, attack is 2. He attacks with his head, like other Flora Sapiens. I don't think you can damage him when his face is closed off like that. Using throw you to grab stuff, then jumping into him works pretty well, though. Alrighty then, so utilizing neither of the pixels that we got during this chapter, we gotta use throw you. It's kind of weird. I was kind of hoping that we can use Cudge against this guy, or Dottie, or someone like that, but it's pretty good that the pixels we've had across our journey still get some use after a while. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head the exact details, but I remember not liking how I edited this Let's Play when I did this game the first time. I think what I did was I sped up this part, because my mindset back in those days was that I'd always speed up long segments and things like that, and try not to split too many videos into multiple parts. And this was a really stupid idea, because I didn't like how a lot of those videos turned out. But anyway, enough about that, because what we can do over here, we can go like that. We can also pick up King Croacus himself, and when the head opens up, throw you into that, and that should be able to work. Either attack will work. You can spin the rose petals. You can either throw those at his face, or throw his face at the petals, or anything like that. I think I'm going to try going like that, because it's an easier target. And you can also just like simply jump into the fans as well. So that might be the preferred strategy of this boss fight. I got both of them. That was pretty epic. Alright. Do you see anything different if we go like that? It doesn't look like it. Okay, I was just thinking that because it's a different phase, you might have some new dialogue or something like that, but that didn't look like the case. Hey, that was pretty epic. I guess I'm saying epic. I see that like every other sentence. The thing about editing is that you realize some of your more repetitive speaking habits whenever you edit videos and things like that. So that's something that's pretty amusing. What's also pretty amusing is that we destroyed the king! Yay! I am the king now! We shall have eggnog all year! Be beautiful. Even as I wilt, I am beautiful. King Croacus! What did you guys do, huh? We have defeated your king. Get over it. I'm sorry. This is one of my favorite Tippi quotes in the entire game. Hey, shut it. You don't get it at all. King Croacus was awesome. He totally thought of his people first, man. And you wilted him. What? What are you talking about? Water, man. I'm talking about water. The crackdowns were polluting our water. Those dudes were tossing trash into the river. We had to drink that crud. That dirty water was what drove our king bonkers. Don't you get it? So then... Oh. Of course, I knew it all along. Cragley-ho! Emergency special report from the Flora front lines. Environmental pollution drives Flora Sapiens mad. Whither will they rampage? So the villagers throwing garbage in the river was the reason for this whole thing. Well, I tried to tell those guys, but my thoughts were too far ahead of their time. This played well with Green Cragnon crowd. Ratings explode, bruh! It's like a Crags on Ice meets Baron von Craggington. Yes, once my fellow villagers see this, they'll surely realize the error of their ways. Once the words of Flint Cragley reach them, they'll throw garbage no more. Yeah, water, man. I mean, it's easily one of the most precious treasures, know what I mean? You promise not to dirty our water, and we'll just chill down here and be cool. It will totally take those sprouts off your villagers' noggins too, man. Sounds like a fine way to keep the peace in the land. Keep those promises, folks. That was a rather unexpected turn. Wailing on our king aside, you guys are totally heroes. You should take this. One of our earliest kings received this to safeguard until the heroes arrived. Our people have kept that promise for like 1500 years or something crazy like that. I'm sure our wilted king here would be stoked that this duty got done. You got a pure heart. Miniature Grid witness alive what others can only see through crag vision. That is what moves me to travel into the belly of the beast week after week. Thanks again for watching. Until the next time, Craggly Ho! Having wrapped their latest shoot, Flint and crew went back to the downtown of Crag. Mario and friends clutched the 6 pure heart as they walked back toward Flipside, which they don't need to do because they have the red pipe, but whatever. Our heroes have taken a new step toward overturning the prophecy of destruction.